You're watching your money sit in the bank thinking that it's safe. Meanwhile, inflation is eating it alive and the bank is making a fortune off of it. Today, I'm breaking down 4 places that you can move your cash to right now that are safer than letting it rot in some fucking savings account, okay? These aren't complicated, guys. They're just smarter moves. And option number 4 here, it's the one that Wall Street doesn't want regular people to know about, but it's quietly building wealth for people who understand how assets actually work. Here's something that's going to blow your fucking mind. The average savings account in the US pays around 0.46% in interest right now. Meanwhile, inflation is sitting at 3.7%. Okay, so you're literally losing money every single day that your cash just sits there, right? The bank is going to take your deposits, it loans them out at 7 or 8%, and then it tosses you back 0.5% like they're doing you a favor. Are you kidding me? It's the biggest con in personal finance, and most people never even fucking question it. Now, here's the thing. The wealthy don't keep cash in banks. They keep it in assets. Things that grow, protect, and compound over time. So if you're serious about not getting screwed by your own savings account, then let's talk about what actually works, okay? You want to know what really protects and grows your wealth? Building digital assets that generate cash flow. Click the link for the free training. I'm going to show you the same digital leasing strategy that brings in over $41,000 per month for me. It's how I built a portfolio of digital assets that create leads for local business owners, and then they pay me monthly to rent it, right? My students are making $2,000 to $6,000 a month with this exact system. They got no boss. They got no ceiling. They just have assets that work while they sleep. Free training is in the description. Go grab it. Let's get into it. Option number 1, treasury bills, T-bills, right guys? Treasury bills. T-bills is a short term for government bonds at the end of the day, right? So you're basically loaning money to the US government, and you do it for 4 weeks to 52 weeks, and then they pay you some kind of interest when it actually matures. But let's break this down real quick, okay? So right now, you can get 4 to 5% on a T-bill, okay? That's about 10 times what your savings account actually pays you right now. And because it's backed by the US government, guys, it's considered one of the safest investments on planet Earth, okay? Safer than your bank account, okay? Because T-bills aren't subject to bank runs or FDIC limits, right? T-bills are also exempt from state and local taxes, okay? So if you live in a high tax state like California or fucking New York, then you're keeping more of what you earn compared to a high-yield savings account. On the flip side, though, T-bills aren't as liquid as cash, right? So you lock your money up for a few weeks or months or a year, right? But you can stagger your purchases so that some mature every single month for you. And that's going to give you flexibility without sacrificing the returns. So the bottom line here is you're getting paid more, keeping more after taxes, and still maintaining safety, right? And it's not sexy, but this is smart. So stop letting your bank profit off of your ignorance. Option 2, high-yield savings accounts. There's a difference, guys, between, a traditional savings account at your local bank paying you, 0.46%, and then a high-yield savings account at maybe an online bank paying you 4.5 to 5%. That's a 10x difference, right? Same safety, right? Same FDIC insurance, but you're actually getting compensated fairly for letting them hold your money. But here's the thing. High-yield savings accounts are perfect for your emergency fund. The money that you need access to immediately, right? So you don't want that money over in T-bills or anything that you have to wait to liquidate, right? You want it liquid, accessible, and still earning you something. But here's where people screw it up. They dump all their cash into one of these accounts, and then they think they're done. And that's just lazy, right? You need to pair this with other strategies because even at 5%, you're barely keeping up with what inflation has in store for you, right? So you're treading water. You're not swimming forward. Option number 3, precious metals. Gold and silver, baby. This is the hedge against everything collapsing that people have relied on for thousands of years. And here's why this matters. When currencies lose value, guys, when governments print money out of thin air like they did back in COVID, when banks fail, gold and silver hold their purchasing power. They're real, right? Tangible assets that can't be inflated away by just some politician signing a new fucking bill. Central banks around the world are stockpiling gold right now for a fucking reason. Let's break that down real quick. Gold has averaged around 8 to 10% annual returns over the last 20 years. But that's not really the point, okay? You don't buy gold to get rich. You buy it to protect what you already have, right? It's insurance against currency devaluation, geopolitical chaos, and financial systems that are going to melt down. Okay. Silver, it works the same way, but with more volatility. Okay. It's cheaper per ounce, so it's more accessible for just regular folks like me and you. And silver has industrial uses. Okay. It has solar panels, electronics, medical equipment. So there's actually demand beyond just an investment demand, right? And this gives it a different risk profile than gold, right? Now, here's the thing. You can buy physical metals and you can store them in your safe yourself, right? Or you can buy ETFs for easier liquidity. Both have trade-offs though. So the move here is simple. Allocate 5 to 10% of your portfolio to precious metals. Not 50%, not zero, just enough to protect yourself if the financial system gets ugly, right? Think of it as a disaster insurance that you never need, but you're damn glad that you have it, right? If things, go sideways like everybody says they're going to. So option number 4, cash flowing digital assets, okay? Option number 4, this is the one that actually changes your life in the next 12 months, I promise you. Not 20 years, but 12 months. Cash flowing digital assets, guys. This is what separates people who preserve money from people who multiply it, okay? And it's exactly what I've been doing for years with digital leasing. And here's my model. You build a simple lead generation website that ranks on Google for high-value local services. Plumbers, roofers, HVAC companies, lawyers, right? Businesses that need customers and will pay you monthly for you to deliver them. You own that digital asset. They rent the leads from that digital asset. It's landlord economics 101, right? But without tenants, toilets, or shitty overhead, right? The businesses you're serving are recession resistant. People always need their AC fixed. Pipes burst, roof leaks, right? These aren't luxury purchases for people. They're necessities, which means that your income stream is stable even when the economy is shit. I've built a portfolio of digital assets that bring in over $41,000 per month. Some of my students are making $2,000 to $6,000 a month from this exact model. And the best part, once this site is ranked, the leads come in whether you're working or sleeping. It's as close to passive as you can get without buying actual real estate, and the upfront cost is just a fraction of what a rental property would actually cost you in the real world. Let me break down why this works. You're not dealing with physical assets that need maintenance, right? You're solving real problems for local businesses that desperately need real customers, and you control it. Nobody can repossess a website, right? Nobody can evict you. You own it outright. On the flip side, this requires work up front. You've got to learn SEO. You got to build the sites. You got to connect with real business owners. And it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. So if you're willing to put in the effort, the ROI is insane. You're talking about consistent monthly income that compounds as you build more sites. Let's compare this to keeping cash in the bank real quick, okay? Your money is in a savings account, earning you maybe $50 a month on $10,000, right? A single lead gen site can bring in $500 to $2,000 per month once it's ranked, and you can build multiple sites. The math isn't even close here. This is the asset class the wealth have figured out, just in different forms, right? They own businesses, they own real estate, intellectual property, things that generate income. Digital leasing is the accessible version of that for regular people like me and you who don't have $500,000 to drop on a rental property. Here's the reality. Your bank account is a holding pen, not a wealth building tool. T-bills give you safety, right? Stable returns with zero risk. High yield savings accounts keep your emergency fund liquid and productive. Precious metals protect you when everything else goes to hell. And cash flowing digital assets, that's where you actually generate income today. The move is simple. Keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in high-yield savings accounts. Park any extra cash you're not investing into T-bills for short-term safety. Put 5 to 10% into precious metals for insurance, right? And then take a portion of your income and start building assets that generate cash flow right now. That's how you stop getting screwed by the bank and start playing the game the way the wealthy do. Look, building a lead gen site that actually makes money isn't complicated, okay? But you need the right system. That's what I break down in my free training. I walk you through the entire digital leasing method, how to find profitable niches, build simple sites that rank, and connect with local business owners that will pay you monthly. This is the same system that generates me $41,000 a month and helping thousands of my students as well build real income streams. Your money's losing value in the bank right now as we speak. Or you could go and take that and build something that actually works for you. Click the link in the description, watch the free training, and let's get out there and build something that lasts.